I'm pooped today. I don't know about the rest of you, but I thought we would do just a little bit of mending slash finishing a couple projects. So I knit a lot, made my sweater, made this hat, and these little guys decided to come undone for some reason. So I'm gonna mend that today because I love this hat, and it is currently about 29 degrees Fahrenheit here, which is what? Negative something Celsius. 29, 30, 31, 32. It's like -3 Celsius here. It's cold. And this hat has been in steady rotation along with the other one I've made. This is the Musselburgh hat by Isolde Teague. And it's really cool. It's a double layered hat. You just knit this giant tube and you do a little shaping at each end, and then you just kind of floof it in here, and the little guys can hang out together. You can wear it with a brim, you can wear it as a slouch. I really love it because it's double thick, and since I trim the sides, my noggin gets cold. So we're going to fix my Musselburgh. I think this was the first one. Yeah, this was the first Musselburgh I ever knit. I love it. I have knit maybe 4 of them now. They're great Christmas gifts. It's a wonderful, once you do this beginning increases, it is a mindless as heck knitting project. Uses up the majority of a skein. I tend to knit mine in fingering or sock yarn. It'll use up the majority of a skein of sock yarn. You might have a little extra, but again, you could also just keep going. But yeah, I love this hat pattern. The other thing we're going to work on today is this beautiful sweater. This is actually from the Republic of Ireland. This is a John Malloy. Let's see, from Donegal. Genuine Donegal hand knits. This was my mother's. I don't know who gave it to her or where she got it, but she has had this since before I was born, so it's at least, I don't know, 45 years old. It's 40 plus. And I have re-knit. I had to take off the neckband because it was dying, and I redid the cuffs. And since it's mine and I like a little color on my knits, I put 2 of my favorite colors on here. And it also has these lovely suede elbow patches. Not that the elbows keenly needed elbow patches. They're not in terrible shape, but some little goblin did not remove the elbow patches before washing it the very first time. This was years ago now. And has permanently stained it. So we need the elbow patches. But, it's kind of nice. I know exactly where they go. You live and you learn. I like the buttons. They look like there's these woven leather buttons. These are plastic, so I don't ever have to take those off. But yeah, no, it got stained real bad. Oh, I guess this sleeve was going out. This was the left, so that makes sense. A little desk leaning. Oh, did your puppy hair? I really haven't worn this a lot since I lived up in Bellingham with my mother-in-law and her black lab. So I'm finding black lab hair in my sweater, and it's a little gift. But yeah, today we're gonna do some mending. I'm gonna put the elbow patches on this. I'm gonna fix my knitted hat, and let's just hang out a little bit. that hole is all mended. Um, and the way that I tend to wear this is with a little bit of a brim turned up. You'll never know. How are they gonna know? But yeah, I absolutely love this hat. And like I said, you can kind of whoop, you can wear it slouchy if that's still your style. I know everybody's kind of doing the folded poofed hat style. I don't know. It just goes on my noggin. So now we are going to put elbow pads on, and I think I want to make sure that I put, the side that I had against the sweater. I think there's one that's lighter in color, and that was against the sweater, and the darker is what was out. So we'll get those pinned on. And then initially it looks like I just whip stitched them on. And I don't really know if there's a better way to do it. Maybe a blanket stitch. I think initially I tried to do just a straight stitch and go in through each hole so the stitching would curve around, but it proved too tricky for my skill level at the time that I did this. And I don't mind the whip stitch. It's a perfectly good stitch. It does its job. All right, I'm going to sew these elbow patches on, and yeah. I never know what to say. I never know what to say. Let's see if I can cover up most of my sins. What can you expect from this channel? Let me answer this question real quick. You can expect a wide variety of art, of creativity, generally centered around textiles and storytelling. Like mostly everything goes back to storytelling. Um, if I were a medieval character, I would be a bard or a rogue or a combo. I love telling stories. Stories to me are our survival information. The reason that parents told children fairy tales was not only how they explained their world before they had science, before they had ways to measure their world, but it taught children life lessons so that, you know, your kids go through the woods, oh, go into grandma's house, maybe don't talk to strangers because they could be a wolf that eats you. It's a metaphor that it's a life lesson couched in a metaphor, couched in a fairy tale. And so I love these things because I have always felt very out of place in my world. And um, fairy tales gave me a place to express myself where the unusual and the fantastical had a, a realm, a space of being where it was okay to be weird and it was okay to be different. It was okay to be awkward because either you grew up from, an awkward little duckling into a beautiful swan or goose. I'm definitely a goose. I'm not a swan. I'm a goose. A silly goose. But it gave me room to become myself. And that is what, if we distilled it down, that is what I want to share with you. Space to be silly and to explore and to be creative and to be ourselves. That's what I want. Within the realm of making stuff and flapping my hands around. because that's how I talk. So, yeah, you are not where you're supposed to be, but I think that's because of me. Boop, boop. I I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you other than that. No, you need to go here. Excuse me. Fighting with this elbow patch. I want to do more. I don't know if it's long-term projects or more focused projects, but somewhere in there. Um, I really wanted to get into cosplay, maybe even enter a costume in a competition. That's terrifying to me, and I think that's really good to do something that scares you, because the place where there is fear, there's also growth. And the more I do things that scare me, the more I grow as a person and as a goblin, because I'm a feral gremlin. I would like to do a couple different segments, I think. And it's really hard for me as someone with ADHD to really put myself in any one particular box. Some people do it successfully, and I'm not sure if I can do that. So I would like to do like some sewing segments. I would like to do some knitting content. And I would like to do like bullet journaling slash visual art. Mostly just bullet journaling, I think. I have really enjoyed getting into that last year and this year. And I am showing no signs of stopping whatsoever. Hey, scooch through there, you little razzmatazz. So, yeah, if that sounds fun, we should hang out. And I'd love to know what you guys are working on um, in your creative. I have been doing a little extra TLC with my hands lately to keep them cozy as I am helping my mom prep her house for rewiring. We're almost done with this elbow patch. Put on your thimble, you feral gremlin. Come on. Be good to your paws. I want to be good to my hands. Doesn't use a thimble. Funny things you discover about yourself as you start filming is that I have facial stims that I do. One of which is curling my upper lip to flick my nose ring back and forth. I've also realized I do this because I try to unlock my phone with the facial recognition, and my phone's like, burp, burp, face not recognized, and I'm sitting there going, I am a menace to society. So, if things of that ilk interest you, subscribe, like, comment, interact with this video, and let's hang out. We'll be friends, and we'll talk about geeky things, and it will be lovely.